Today I'm going to be making samosas. Samosas are flaky, deep fried or sometimes baked pastries, and it's claimed to have originated from Central Asia, but today they've become quite popular in other regions of the world. So to make this dough, I'm going to be combining some flour together with some salt in a large bowl. And to that, I'm going to be adding some oil. Now use your fingers to rub the oil into the flour until you get a crumbly texture. Once you are satisfied with the texture, begin to stir in the water, about a tablespoon at a time, until it becomes a soft and pliable dough. At this point, I'm going to knead this for about 7 to 10 minutes until it's smooth and elastic. Now cover this with a plastic wrap and allow it to rest for about 30 minutes. So while that is resting, I'm going to be showing you how I make my filling. The first thing to do here is to boil a few pieces of chicken, and you can use any part of chicken you like for this as long as there's no bone. Now add some salt and water, mix it together, then cover it up and allow it to come to a boil. Now this is done and I'm just going to drain off the water. Now throw the boiled chicken inside the blender, and using the pulse button, just blend it about 2 times because you don't want to make it too smooth. The next thing I'm going to do is to stir fry some onions and garlic in a little bit of oil until it's translucent. And remember to stir this constantly to avoid burning. Then stir in the blended chicken as well. Now I'm going to be adding some black pepper, sweet smoked paprika, curry powder, cayenne pepper and some ginger paste. Now mix this together and adjust the seasoning if necessary. Finally, I'm going to be stirring in some scallions and about a handful of spinach. And you can actually replace the spinach with some parsley or coriander leaves. Now, before you take this off the heat, make sure the water is totally dry. Otherwise, if there's any water in there, it's going to seep into the samosas and you are going to end up with a soggy samosa. And that is it for the stuffing. Now the dough is well rested and I'm going to take it out of the bowl to my work surface. Divide this dough into 6 parts. Then flour the work surface and roll out each piece into a circle. At this point, you can proceed into cutting and filling it, but I like to go a step further, so I'm going to heat this up in a preheated skillet for just a couple of seconds. Once the first side is done, this should take about a couple of seconds. Flip to the other side and also cook it for about 5 to 10 seconds. And you can now remove it from heat. What I'm doing here is just mixing together some flour and water, and I'm going to make a thick paste for gluing together the samosa pastry. Now take each of the pastry and cut them into 4 quarters. Then lay each quarter on the table, one at a time, and apply the paste to both the inner edge and the outer edge of the pastry. Then glue it together. Now stuff it with about a tablespoon of filling, but don't overfill it. Now push in the glued side of the pastry Then apply some paste again to the end and fold it over. It's just like folding in an envelope. It's quite easy. Okay, it's now time to fry this, and I'm going to be frying this in a preheated oil of about 350 degrees. Feel free at this point to turn the samosas over and over again until it's golden brown. Once you achieve your desired color, remove it from heat and drain it on a paper towel. And here is the final look of the samosas. They look really good. Thank you all for spending your time with me today. I'll talk to you shortly. Enjoy.